Hello traders, welcome back to the Forex Bowl Trading Academy with Victor. Today we are presenting you another idea which is based on the euro versus Canadian dollar currency pair. And today we will start with the new format, presenting ideas. We will be using the trading view, and obviously I would love to hear your feedback, whether you prefer the trading view analysis or the old-fashioned MT4 analysis as we did before. Really would appreciate your feedback on that. At the end of the video, please put the like if you prefer trading view and put a comment if you prefer the MT4. And we will continue based on your feedback on the trading platform. Okay, let's get started on the euro versus Canadian dollar. First off, if we apply the simple trend line to the overall trend, what we see is the price has been moving towards the upside and rejecting the trend line. Now here you can see the resistance area has been formed and price rejected this resistance. We also can see that here price failed to close below this price. So overall, this is a very strong support, double bottom produced, and there was a move to the upside. I applied Fibonacci retracement level to this corrective wave down, where we saw this rejection of the support. We can see that there are multiple Fibonacci levels, all of which were broken. 127.2, 161.8, 227.2, 261.8, and the next one becomes 327.2. For this reason, perhaps we could expect such a scenario where price will be heading towards this resistance. At the same time, there could be a rejection of one of the fips, and if there will be one, trend might be changing to the downside. Another thing I wanted to share is one chart analysis. This was the previous correction that we see here. And if we had applied the downtrend trend line and then Fibonacci to this corrective wave down after there was a breakout, you can see I have applied it here and we have 927.2 fips right at this level. It cleanly corresponds to this upside resistance. So why pair might be starting to move to the upside? Let's see on the simple trend line, which we can apply right there. There is a support at the trend line. Another support is based on fips a little bit lower, which is 1.5697, and this could be retested, so that we might see potential correction to the downside even more. And scenario could be as follows: price might be going like that, retesting this area. But if there will be break and close below this level, the idea will be invalidated, and I don't think price will be going any higher. Now if I go to the weekly chart, also interesting thing wanted to show you. If we apply a simple trend line, you can see this the breakout and the last point of the touch of the trend line, but basically the second point of the trend line, and I will apply fips to this last wave to the downside after the trend line has been rejected. So we here have 127.2 also corresponding to the upside target, and overall it seems like this could be the move to the upside like that as we expect. But it is very important that this support area at this level will be respected. So we must hold the 4-hour, and preferably the daily close must remain above for this move to become a reality. And if we look at the potential trade idea on this setup, it would look as follows. Here we have a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio, which is perfect, and we are below the previously made low. And price might even retest 127.2 support at 156.30 area, and we are right below. There might be spikes, so this would be the critical point for the euro versus Canadian dollar to invalidate this setup, and where we might see actually price moving down instead of going up. And this would look something like that. Now we see the volume profile indicator, which is showing the most traded volume that has occurred during this specific period of time, because as I'm changing it, it changes as well. So here we might see the downside move towards this area where volume profile indicator is showing, and this is the downside scenario if this will be the case. If again I move to the 1 hour chart just to see the volume profile indicator, here we have the support at this level, which also must be watched, and this is a potential support area in case we will see something like that. So the idea is I think it's clear. The target is seen at 1.6020, and this makes it a potential of 298 pips from the current level. The risk reward is good. It could be even smaller, but I think it should be left like that. The idea seems to be interesting, especially because it's an uptrend continuation, and in my following analysis, I will try to present mostly the trend following approaches rather than the counter trend trading, because counter trend always is a much riskier approach. And right now I would like to get back to our previous ideas, have a look what happened, and back to the MT4 where we have all these charts setups. Australian Swiss franc still struggling to move anywhere. It remains just above the potential entry point and expecting still this move to the upside. Swiss franc, Japanese yen. This is a medium to long-term idea. I do think there will be a massive downside correction, so still expecting it along with the gold correction. Euro Swiss franc, it's a range trading continuation. Price has produced a double top and a strong correction down followed, but a price remains above the previous lowest low, and it means that the uptrend still valid. I still expect move to the upside. Australia and New Zealand dollar. This is a counter trend obviously idea and always higher risk. For this reason it might go higher, well, but I do expect move to the downside. The idea remains valid, but we need to see what will be happening on the daily close, whether the price will be closing above or not. Because if there will be a daily close above, we will need to adjust the critical point on this pair. Moving on to the gold. On the gold, the scenarios here, I think it's clear that price is clearly having a massive resistance at this level at 1980. And we were speaking about 1983. If there will be a break and close above this price, gold is likely to test 200 key psychological resistance and perhaps could move even higher towards 2200 even. The long-term trend is extremely bullish, although we are facing the resistance, and we'll be watching this pair as we go. New Zealand Swiss franc. Well, here, unfortunate, it went below the critical point, although it doesn't invalidate my view on this move. I think the move actually will be much bigger. Potentially price will be going towards this trend line and could even continue doing something like that. And we need to see the resistance if when it will be reached, whether it will be broken or rejected, and then act accordingly. So all in all, with the New Zealand Swiss franc, we have Euro Swiss franc, we have Swiss franc Japanese yen, and Australian Swiss franc. These are four currency pairs. I do still expect the Swiss franc to be weak. Whether it will be true or not, we will see, but my analysis show that should be the case. Still waiting, and we will see. Guys, yet again, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your comments that you are posting, asking questions. I've missed some questions and I will try to answer them today. But don't forget to give us the feedback whether you like the trading view analysis or not. Please write down in the comments what you think about that, whether you will prefer the MT4, old-fashioned MT4, or we should move to the trading view. Thank you all for watching as always, and we'll talk to you tomorrow, guys.